Getting another chance and a fresh start. April is known as Second Chance Month, focusing on the challenges facing more than 650,000 people returning to their communities each year after completing prison sentences.
But having a criminal record doesn't have to be crippling. Joining us this morning is someone who knows this all too well.
Yeah, she's known as Beasy Baybie on radio, but before she hit the airwaves, she found herself justice involved. Good morning, Beasy. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
Good morning. I'm so excited to be here.
Let me ask you this from mindset first, because I want you to take me back to you and your experience. How do you begin the process of reintegration? Because boom, 1 minute you're in, 1 minute you're out. How do you even begin to process?
So I think for me, the beginning process was in prison. Like I had to make up my mind in jail that I no longer wanted this life, that I wanted to do something different. I wanted to give my kids a fair chance. I wanted to give myself a chance. I think growing up, with a rocky start and not so solid foundation, it didn't make me feel like I had an option to do great things. So in prison, I developed a relationship with Christ, and it caused me to look at myself differently. And then, doing that, I just had to make a decision one day at a time that I was going to be better.
Beasy, I mean, let's be honest, not all of us can say that we have maybe a record. We all have things that we're not proud of. I mean, if we were to all air our rap sheet, we would all be, I'm sure, humbled by that. How do you not be defined by your past where, you're Beasy? You're not a convicted felon. You're a mom. You're a mentor. You are a philanthropist. All these different things that you truly are. How do you not live under a title of what you've done in your past?
So I think the first title for me, and the one that cleans every slate, is that I'm a child of God, right? So if I know that first, if I know that somebody handpicked me for this life, and no matter what decisions I made, they were going to restore me and give me the ability to kind of rebuild, I know I've got somebody that has my back. So I get a clean slate no matter what anybody says. So when I made that relationship with God, that was my clean slate. So even though I do have to wear a felony, for the rest of my life, even though I do have to check a box saying I'm a convicted felon when I apply for a job, even though some people will never forgive me, I've forgiven myself, God has forgiven me, and every day I make decisions that say, I'm here to restore from the communities that I've taken from, right? I know my decisions were not good. I know that I made some horrible mistakes, but I also know that I'm not defined by them, that I can do better and I will do better, and not only change my life, but change the life of those that are around me.
Yeah, and you spoke about having that mentality and how that gets you through, but it is difficult. What are the realities like for someone who was in prison, they're released? I think a lot of people who are not familiar with the system think, okay, now you can just go out and continue life as normal, but what are some of the challenges that felons face?
So a lot of people that go to prison don't have that good support system, right? Because if you did, most of the decisions you made, you might not have made. So coming home without a support system, all that you have is, whatever you have. Coming home to a halfway house, sometimes there's support there, but rebuilding, not being able to vote, having little access to education, facing little job opportunities, because you're going to get more no's than you will yeses, and that can feel defeating. They're often ineligible for public benefits. So you may think, well, get public housing or, go to school and apply for student loans. Sometimes convicted felons don't have access to those things either. So it really is, finding out what resources are available, finding your support system, believing in yourself that you can do different, because the odds are stacked against us.
Beasy, one of the things that you talk about is ask employers, say, okay, give somebody a second chance. That's what the month is all about. What is your pitch to somebody out there who say, okay, I may have a job application on my desk with somebody who's checked that box? What is your pitch to them? Say, give them a chance.
I would say look beyond the box. I would say everyone is not who they appear to be on paper, especially with ChatGPT, baby. We can be whoever we want to be in 2025. So as opposed to seeing the application on your desk and looking at the name and the box checked, give them an interview. I'm not asking you to hire every convicted felon in the world, just like I'm not suggesting you hire everyone that doesn't have, a criminal record. What I am saying is give people with criminal histories a second chance. Let us show you who we are. I had to start at Dunkin' Donuts. I worked there for 8 months. I did not want to work fast food, but it was the only option. I went from there to a factory. I never wanted to work in a factory, but it was the only option. I had to do what I had to do. And those doors opened they allowed me to build my resume and to show that I could be trusted, with the small things so that I would be granted the opportunity to have those bigger platforms and, greater opportunities.
Beasy, just so you know, there are people that have a perfectly clean rap sheet that are horrible employees and that don't have a drive. It's just the truth. Entitled or whatever it is. I would rather have someone that has a work ethic and wants to try to make the most of their second chance. And you have absolutely done that. We all deserve second chance, but we don't need to squander it. So thank you for using your message, using your life on how things change for you to try to make other people better. And man, what a fantastic mom, and giving your 3 kids a better life as well. So we encourage you. I know you're down in Atlanta now. All the folks that come in contact with you, thanks for sharing a little bit of your story today as we wrap up the month of April for Second Chance Month.
You're going to get me in trouble because I have 4 biological and 3 bonus. So we got to say 7 kids here.
All right, there we go. All 7.
I'm not getting nothing for Mother's Day.
You're right. All special. You should get at least 7 presents for Mother's Day coming up next month. Beasy, thank you so much.